All right, day 60, here we go. Good morning, folks. It is a beautiful morning. A little cool, about 60 degrees. We're on day 60, and I can definitively say we've reached the goal. On the scale today, I've actually weighed a couple times. It's been between 140.9 and 141.1. So that is the lightest I have ever been. And just from what I've seen and how I feel, this is the leanest I've ever been. So we've got to be hovering right around that 10%. Either way, those are just numbers, folks. The most important thing on this whole journey, and I think the most important takeaway for most people, is do you feel good about where you're at? Do you feel good about the results? Remember that numbers are just numbers. And yes, they do create a target, they create a goal, and which is good. You've got to keep track of the numbers, but ultimately, do you feel good about where you're at? And I do. I feel great. I feel great physically, mentally, emotionally. I feel good about where I'm at. And so I'm actually going to end the diet, end the cutting. But that said, I do have a game plan moving forward. The next couple weeks, I'm going to be moving my calories up slowly back to maintenance, which should be around, at this point, 2,200 to 2,300. But I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure that's where it's at. So I'm going to slowly move it up over the next couple weeks. Maybe start with like 1,900, 18 to 1,900 next week. And then the week after that, move it back up. So I still may lose a little bit of body fat in the next couple weeks. But that's the plan, is to move it up slowly. I don't want to just, okay, now I'm going to jump up to 2,300, 2,400 and say that I'm over, and then I start kind of like going the other way. I want to make sure that I do it slowly. And at that point, then I'm going to come up with a game plan to Maingain. And I know that's a controversial topic. Like, can you gain muscle by just, at maintenance calories? So I'm going to try to find a few creative ways to do some things. But that's kind of the next experiment. I want to thank you guys for hanging out these last 2 months and supporting me on this journey and kind of going along with me. It's been awesome. For those of you that have been commenting and sending me messages and stuff, that's been really great. And still got a lower body lift today, and then I'm off on the road for a show tonight in Garden City, Kansas. But yeah, we'll catch you at the lift. All right, day 60, here it is. This is as lean as I have ever been in my life. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm at about 10%. I don't know. People have been sending me messages. You look more like 15, but I don't know. I'm about 140. On the scans, it said I had 126 pounds of lean mass. If I'm at 140, that's 14 pounds of body fat, 10%. So that checks out. And for my height and weight, I think it's about right. But here it is. "60 days. 60 days. Can you believe it? Man, thanks for going along on this journey with me. That was the final day of week 9, day 60. Made a lot of progress, 14 pounds, roughly 14 pounds lost, 10% body fat, or roughly 10% body fat, close. But I'm really happy with the results. I'm gonna take a couple weeks of maintenance, and then we're gonna get back to some main gaining, trying to put on a little muscle. I'd like to put on about 4 or 5 pounds. Obviously that's gonna take some time, but we will get into that. And thank you guys for hanging with me.